If you happen to stop by on this live, be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all. We are working on a 15-step spiral staircase. So company went in this great big home on Lake Placid, put in a tree, made stairs that wrap around in a spiral. I went in, I pulled the treads out. Well, me and the customer sat and drew a design down the treads. I pulled them out, and I have to carve them. The idea is to have a cascading crick all the way down. If you guys want to be able to see what that looks like when it's done, be sure to hit subscribe, like the video. If you want to get available pieces, check out the shopping tab I got right here. I have available carvings ready to ship out as early as today or tomorrow. I'll get them right in the mail for you. What is going on? What is going on? Hope you're all having a good day. Working on one of 15 custom stair treads. It's going to be a pretty big epoxy job when done. I got to carve them all out. Customer's got a beautiful house in Adirondacks, big log cabin. And we're going to have a spiral staircase that wraps around a tree trunk. That's what they've got set up. I took all the treads. I've been commissioned to make all the treads flow. So I got to make it look like a crick that's going to wrap down around this tree trunk. If that's something you're interested in, well, hit subscribe, like the video, and you'll be able to see what this looks like once it's all complete. If you're here and you want to get some chainsaw art, some of my other work that's smaller and shippable, check out the shopping tab. I got a bunch of available pieces ready to ship out in there. What's going on, Michael? You're all doing well today. Got a couple new fans I got to get set up out here. Vivo sent me some fans similar to this one, but they mount. So I got to build a wood piece up there above that shelf so I can mount two fans. They're oscillating and they can move and all that. Those are really going to help. And I'm going to take that big fan and put that one down here at the end of the tent. So right now I got a plastic style square box fan and that thing is garbage. 80. Get out, man. It's fucking a little warmer than I prefer, but we're pushing about 60 and just below 60 in the shade, about 58 or so. Where's everybody from? What's the temperature? I'm in upstate New York. I think we're running like 57, it looks like, degrees up here today. It's always cool to see where everybody's located. Michael's got 80 degrees. little windy today. What's going on, Jim Wan? Thanks for the thumbs up. Y'all doing good? We got like what, 15 watching, 4 thumbs up. So I'm working on custom stair treads. Give y'all a close up here. So I got 15 of these. I got 5 already carved. All right, we're on number 6. So these are going in a great big camp in the Adirondacks, all right? A company came in, they put a big tree trunk, they made these wrap down and around from one floor to the next. I've been tasked, commissioned, with creating a creek to flow down the stairs all the way around it. So I gotta carve them out, get them shaped, we'll add a little color, cut a groove all the way around so you have LEDs light up the stairs. The LEDs in each step, along with river stones, maybe some carved trout, some other things that the customer wants to put in there. If you guys want to be able to see what this piece looks like when it's complete, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all. I have a lot of little videos working on it, and I'll be able to, I'll put up a video of it complete so everybody can kind of see it in place as well. That's what I'm working on. Still got quite a bit of work to do on these. Got this one and 2 others out here. Figured I'd bring a couple out and just see how far I can go. Yeah, Michael, I think it's going to be really cool. It's coming along pretty decent so far. Hopefully it keeps going this way. Going on. I hope you're all having a good day. Happy Friday, happy Friday. We got 19 watching. I'll end up repeating myself quite a bit here today, guys. I know. It's just so people know what the heck I'm working on here, but we're working on a custom treads for a staircase, big spiral staircase in a camp on Lake Placid in upstate New York. The idea is it'll be a creek It'll look like a creek is flowing down around this staircase. We're gonna fill these with river stones and epoxy. We might even carve some fish. We'll light them up with LEDs so each step lights up. If you want to be able to see what that looks like, be sure to hit subscribe. If you want to pick up a carving, I have available pieces right in that shopping tab. Whew. It's gonna be a dusty day. Thanks, 5 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Oh, right in the old face. That got me good. Oh, it's all down my shirt. Man. Yeah, I was live yesterday on TikTok working on these, and we actually did pretty well, going on for like 45 minutes, an hour. Had 8,000 new viewers. 8,000 viewers. We got 26 new subscribers off that. I tried setting a goal, so I was trying to get 10 new subscribers on that live. A little bit different here on YouTube. It doesn't quite work the same way. People there have an extreme short attention span on TikTok, so constantly telling people what you're working on, because it's constantly a group of people over there, like every 30 seconds. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to keep carving that out a little more. Carving that lip in though, where the LEDs are going to sit. Currently that's what I'm working on. Hope you're all doing well. 23 watching. 23? Yeah, 23, 6 thumbs up. So listen, guys, I'm working on some custom stairs. Sorry, 1 second here. Working on some custom stairs. So a company went into this great camp in the Adirondacks on Lake Placid. They put in a big tree trunk, and they wrapped stair treads from one level down to the next. I've been commissioned to take each tread and turn it into a flowing creek, sort of. So what we want is to have a consistent flow all the way down the treads to look like a creek flowing down. So that means I got to carve each one. I'll have to put river stones in each one, a little bit of color, a lot of clear epoxy. We're gonna put LEDs. Right now I'm working on this ledge that has to go all the way around so I can get LEDs in here. Then they'll get clear epoxy, and we'll have a little bit of a waterfall effect so it can cascade down into the next one. If that sounds like something you would be interested in seeing complete or more work on, be sure to hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. I'm going to be having quite a few videos working on this, and we'll definitely have a video with this job completed so everybody can see it. But this is what we're working with. We got about 5-inch thick stair treads, big chunks of pine. Like I said, somebody else already set and fit these for the staircase, and this is what I'm currently working on. I got 15 of these to do. I already have 5 carved up, and yeah. So right now I'm working on this one. I got 2 more off to the side there for today. We'll see if we get to them, how it goes, how it shakes out. But yeah, Ray, I'm trying, you know, always trying to stay busy. This is what I do full time: chainsaw carve, YouTube. I got a couple channels, so if you're here watching, I appreciate the likes, the new follows, new subscribes, all that kind of stuff. It's awesome, guys. Helps me grow, and you know, pays the bills, helps me continue doing what I'm doing. If you guys are here though, where are you from and what is the temperature? Feel free to comment. We got 35 watching, 7 thumbs up. I'm in upstate New York. We're just below 60 degrees today. Where are you guys from and what's the temperature? It's always good to see where everybody's located. Rhinestone, what's happening? Ireland. Jeez. 12 Celsius? What is that? I don't know Celsius, Ray. Is it like 24? 30 degrees. Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius to Fahrenheit off the top of my head. It was about 30 degrees Fahrenheit there then. Hope you're all doing well. Appreciate everybody watching. We got 9 thumbs up, 23 watching. If you're just tuning in, I'm working on custom stair treads. We got a 15-step spiral staircase that I'm doing work for. It's going to be a crick that flows down. So each one has to get carved, river stones, epoxies, and LEDs. If you want to be able to see what that looks like when it's done, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all, so you don't miss that finished product. FYI for my carvers out there. 56, okay, gotcha. So I'm running the coarse, extra coarse orange burr from Saburrtooth, but I had this one, which is even more aggressive on. The orange one cuts better in the pine than this one. This one's real jumpy. So if you got a carved pine, go with that orange one from Saburrtooth. Cuts through there pretty nice. No blood, sweat, tears. Just ripped my knuckle open on this thing. Bleeding on the inside. Going back and forth on the wood, had my hand, tore my knuckle open. Dog, dusty in here. Appreciate all the comments, guys. Geez, liver transplant. My gosh, Susan. Good luck with that. I'm praying that goes well for you. I got 5 done in the basement shop. They're all carved out. This is 6. So we're on number 6 of 15. It's a time-consuming process, but it's all right. Ugh. It's all right. So we got a few people watching. Working on custom treads here. 15 stair spiral staircase. All right, Michael. Appreciate you being here, man. This is one. They're about 5-inch thick, yellow pine. Got to carve each tread out in a different pattern and design that's already been set by me and the customer. And these will wrap down around a big tree trunk in their camp on Lake Placid. So right now I'm working on the groove that wraps around. So the idea is these are going to cascade one into the next. As each one goes, we'll have a little bit of a waterfall effect down into the next one. These will get LEDs around, even in the pockets. There'll be LEDs lighting them up. We'll do a little bit of color, river stones. We may carve some trout for different treads. The customer has some other items they may want to add, trinkets and things like that. That's what's going on here, though. That's what I'm working on. Usually we're carving some other stuff, but this is a pretty big job. I got to really get a lot done and get rolling on it, which we have been. So if you want to be able to see the staircase complete, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all. We'll be working on this over the next several weeks, and once it's done and we're installing it and things like that, I'll have a video of it completed so everybody can kind of see what that final product looks like installed. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. If you haven't already, comment where you're from. What's the temperature? Love seeing where everybody's located. We get people from all over the world on these lives, and it's just really cool to be able to connect with everybody. I'm in upstate New York. We're pushing towards 60 degrees today. Suzanne's Alabama. That fine sawdust right down to my shirt. It's kind of annoying. If anybody watching is interested, I have available work right in the shopping tab right here on TikTok. You can purchase stuff right through my Shopify store. Free shipping to the United States. Just dropped a bunch of prices. Got to move some items, get them out of there. So if you want to check those out, check those out. I appreciate it. 84 in Alabama. That's too hot. It's already too hot. Too hot. I like the 60s. 50 to 75 all the time. My wife always wants to move to Florida, but I really don't. We're in upstate New York, so we get all kinds of weather here, but I don't care for really hot weather myself. I like to be working outside, not like roasting outside. 23 watts and 11 thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Right now, these treads probably 15, maybe 20 pounds. By the time we're done, though, these will probably be about 50 to 60 pounds a piece. By the time we add stones and epoxy, I bet they'll be around 50, 60 pounds a piece. Busted knuckles. Have a good one, Suzanne. We're down to 9. crusty and dusty in here, that is for sure. 11 thumbs up. Sweet. Appreciate you guys. So, that's where I'm at. Working on the stairs. Working on stairs. I think we're going to jump over and go live on TikTok here in a minute. Just figured I'd go out here for a few with you guys. If you want to be able to see this project done, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all so you don't miss out. This is a 15-step staircase, spiral staircase. This is one of 15 out of those treads. Got to carve these out. We'll be using a little bit of color. River stones, will be lining these with LEDs to light every step up. And I will be filling them with epoxy, and then each stair will cascade into the next. So that's what I'm working on. We'll keep going live together as we progress in the project. We'll also be live on TikTok if you want to be there and checking it out as well. But hit subscribe if you guys want to be able to see this complete. I will end up posting full, complete video once it's installed, so you guys can see what everything looks like once it's all there. We go from 10 to 23 real quick, huh? What's up, Ray? It all depends on how you're carving with them. It really does. You know, there's a time for heavy hands and there's a time for not. I have only bent one burr while carving. I've only bent one Saburrtooth burr, and that wasn't to the manufacturer's fault. That was mine. I ended up ordering up two new, and it's this longer one that's real aggressive, because when I get in here, I have to drill a hole for wiring, and then I have to hog that out a little bit, and I do it with this. But the problem is, high speed, longer bit. Get in there, all it does, it hits the side, rips, bends, done. The momentum is just too much. But if you get down in those 1/8, and you're working with a die grind or a Dremel, all it takes is a little pressure, and you could fold them. Even the ball gouge, that's what I'm working with. These ball gouges, some of these are pretty darn aggressive. But I haven't really had an issue with these. Knock on wood, thank God. I don't have to keep replacing them, But you got to let that tool work. You can't be in too much of a rush and trying to just force that in there to cut faster, because that's not how it works. You got to let the tool cut, let the tool do the work. And you might have to slow down if you keep bending them. That's all I can think of. You put a lot of force on it and you'll bend them out. I've seen other carvers, talk about having heavy hands and putting a lot of force and really just gouging and getting after it, but you mess up a couple bits and end up with quite a bit of money in your hands that you can't use. Yeah, so the bouncing and the kickback, I deal with that too. You have to compensate, and you have to create the hole larger than the bit. So when I'm working the sphere and I'm creating that lip in here, the lip that I'm creating cannot be the same size as the sphere. All right, so here's the lip that I'm creating. It can't be this big. It has to be this big, like 1.5 to 2. You have to be able to not just dive in, because you can get that death wobble and you're going to fold that bit at the shaft. You got to be able to go in and move, and back it out. You're moving bigger than the bit. And it's just constant working that with the bit. That's kind of the motion that I'm doing, right? And then once I get that widened out, then I can go through and kind of draw it across and create the lines that I really want. But hogging out material with these, it can get dangerous real fast. These things can bounce around quick, and then it rips out of your hands, rips your hand up, messes your piece up. But you got to remove material slow and make your cut bigger than the bit. Hopefully that makes sense. That'll cut down on that kickback a little bit. Same thing with this guy. This one, I always see people get kickback around those flame burrs. So everybody wants to hog in there and just like make a line or whatever. That's not how it works. You got to get in there. Again, you got to make that space bigger, and you got to make that space bigger than the burr, otherwise it's not going to work. Arkansas? Nah. Arthur, are you trying to say Arkansas? I don't know what you're saying. Not from Arkansas. I'm in upstate New York. Where are you from, Arthur? Hey, 12 watching and 12 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Got to make sure these grooves are big enough as well so I can fit the LEDs in there just right. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Start here working on these treads for custom staircase today. Well, that's going to be about it for today's live. Working on these custom stair treads. If you guys want to see this job complete, be sure to hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. And hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you later. It wasn't from the burr. It was just from the carving on the wood. Have a good day, guys.